Well, hello everybody. Gobbles and greetings to you. I am Dean the Turkey Legster, back with you for Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Tonight, it is June the 5th, 2026, and I am excited to be with you tonight. Normally this is on Thursday night, on a bi-weekly basis. It would have been last night. I was a little worn out from my day at Disney, so I rescheduled it. So thank you all for your understanding. If you're on the replay, leave me a comment below. Let me know that you watched. And if you're watching and you are um, not subscribed, um, you are warmly invited to subscribe. And so, yeah. And so, anyway, I've got a few friends in the chat, just a few. I'm sure there'll be more um, as the stream goes on. And I will get started on um, the stories in just a few minutes. Spencer Walker, hello, welcome in. Laura Jam, welcome in. Hello, hello. Epcot Forever, Jordan, hello, Jordan. Welcome, welcome in. Robin, I Heart Disney, welcome in. Welcome and welcome to you all. Hope you're having just a great night. I will go more in depth into more of a kind of a recap of my 2 Disney days this week. Yesterday, as I mentioned, I was down at Disney. I went down to Epcot um, and streamed there, saw some friends. I was at Animal Kingdom Monday, uh, did a stream. My computer went black for a little bit. Hopefully, the stream did not go away. Monk's Disney Strolls, hello, welcome in. Um, so anyway, and I will talk about that more in depth. Kind of a little recap quickly. Tomorrow night, when I am live at this time, 8 o'clock, for the Turkey Legster Zone, we'll open with dance party, and like I've been doing, and then I'll get to talking like I like to do. Um, so I hope you all are having a great Friday night. It's a little different. I'm already sometimes confused on the days of the week. Like I thought today was Saturday for a little while, and it's actually Friday. Um, so I'm not sure what day I'm going to think tomorrow is, but I don't know. Uh, oh, that's true, Robin. I had thinking yesterday was Monday. Yeah. Lyle, welcome in. Welcome in, Lyle. I am Lyle. Um, oh, Laura Jam says it's now Saturday morning for her. Oh, okay, it's now Saturday morning for you, Laura. Well, that won't be very confusing at all for me. Um, um, so hello from the past. We're still in Friday, so I hope Saturday so far is good. Um, Although it's still the present because I'm live. Um, Even though you're already in Saturday, so it's kind of in the future. But and technically it is in the present. I don't know. Steph's joy in the journey. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome in. Great to have you. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to stop yakking and I'm going to start reading. And I'm glad Stephanie's here because she will love the stories that I'm reading. And I hope you all too enjoy them as well. So get relaxed, sit back, and get ready to enjoy the stories tonight. Is this the right book? Okay. Um, Tonight's stories. The first story we have is And at last I see the light, and it's light, and I forgot the words, but I'm gonna read the story, and we will enjoy it together. Okay. Once upon a time, in a land far away, a single drop of sunlight fell. It grew into a magic golden flower that could heal anyone. In the kingdom, the queen was going to have a baby, but she was sick. The king sent his men to search for the magic flower to heal her. The king's men found it, and the queen was healed. The golden-haired baby princess, Rapunzel, inherited the power of the flower. The king launched lanterns into the sky to celebrate. One night, Mother Gothel, a woman who wanted to stay young forever, kidnapped Rapunzel to possess her magic. The king and queen searched and searched, but they couldn't find the princess. Oh my. J&N Travels. Hi, John and Nancy. Welcome in. Mother Gothel had hidden her in a tower where she could keep her forever and use her magical hair to stay young. As Rapunzel grew, her hair got longer, and Mother Gothel used it to climb up and down the tower. Rapunzel was not allowed to leave the tower. So, um, oh, sorry, Rapunzel was not allowed to leave the tower. Mother Gothel told her the world was full of wicked people. So Rapunzel spent her days with her chameleon, Pascal, waiting for the day she could go outside. She dreamed of seeing up close the lanterns that passed through the sky on her birthday every year. When it was almost Rapunzel's 18th birthday, she blurted out to Mother Gothel, "I want to see the floating lights. I have to know what they are." But Mother Gothel teased her and coldly told her that she could never leave the tower. Mother knows best. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't remember the tune to that song, but Mother knows. All right, let me just turn the page. Meanwhile, in the kingdom's castle, Flynn Rider, a great thief, stole the king's crown. He ran away from the guards into the forest and left his partners in crime, the Stabbington brothers, with nothing. After facing many dangers, he stumbled upon Rapunzel's tower. Curious, Flynn climbed higher and higher, but when he entered the tower, Rapunzel knocked him out with a frying pan. Ouch. Twice! Ouch, ouch. Rapunzel found the crown Flynn had stolen and hid it away in her tower. Just then Mother Gothel returned and called, "Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel was in trouble. Luckily, she hid Flynn and tricked Mother Gothel into leaving for 3 days. Then it was time to face Flynn. Rapunzel and Flynn made a deal. She'd give him the crown in exchange for a trip to see the lanterns. Oh, that's a good deal. When will my life begin? Rapunzel took her first step outside to fulfill her dream of seeing the lanterns up close. She cried out excitedly, "I can't believe I did this!" Unfortunately, Mother Gothel soon found out about Rapunzel's escape and plotted to bring her back to the tower. Oh no. But she's out. Meanwhile, Rapunzel and Flynn came upon a place called the Snuggly Duckling and met a band of ruffians. The ruffians recognized Flynn from a poster and wanted to turn him in. But she pleaded for them to return Flynn. "Haven't you ever had a dream?" Rapunzel won over the ruffians. They sang together and shared their dreams. I've got a dream, I've got a dream. I need to eat all the turkey legs ever. 'Cause I like every time when I take a bite of one. Oh, yes, I've got a dream. I've got a dream. I've got a dream. Suddenly, the king's guards, led by Maximus, the captain's horse, burst in looking for Flynn. The ruffians helped Rapunzel and Flynn escape through a trapdoor into a tunnel. They told Rapunzel to live her dream. Maximus led the guards to Flynn. Oh, there's a period. Maximus led the guards to Flynn. Period. Rapunzel and Flynn ran through the tunnel, followed by the guards and Maximus. The tunnel emptied into it's a kids show, emptied into a dammed canyon. They seemed to be trapped, but Rapunzel used her hair to catapult them to safety. Soon Maximus broke the dam. Rapunzel and Flynn took shelter in a cave to escape the flood of water. But boulders covered the entrance, and water quickly filled the cave. Everything seemed lost. As the water rose, Flynn told Rapunzel he was an orphan named Eugene Fitzherbert. And Rapunzel told Flynn she had magical hair that glowed when she sang. Guided by her bright hair, Flynn moved the boulders and they found a way out. That night, Flynn and Rapunzel made camp and sat by a fire. But Flynn had hurt his hand during their escape. Rapunzel used her hair's magic powers to heal the cut. She only had to sing. Ah, ah, ah. Oh, wrong story. I'm sorry. Wrong story. When Flynn went to gather wood, Mother Gothel appeared before Rapunzel and tried to convince her to go back to the tower. Rapunzel told Mother Gothel that she had found someone and wanted to continue on her journey. But Mother Gothel laughed and told her to test Flynn's loyalty by giving him the crown. She reminded Rapunzel that the world was full of wicked people. With that, Mother Gothel disappeared into the woods. She met up with the Stabbington brothers, who were helping her get Rapunzel back. The next morning, Maximus charged into the camp after Flynn, but Rapunzel asked him to let Flynn remain free until her birthday was over. Chris Curtis family, hi, welcome in. Yeah, I know, Stephanie. Rapunzel and Flynn finally made it to the kingdom. Rapunzel heard the ringing of bells and saw the kingdom bustling with life. She loved every minute of it and even got her hair decorated with flowers. Oh, Chris, well, you're welcome in this chat. You are welcome in this chat, and I'm only on the first story, so you stay here. She danced and celebrated alongside Flynn. At last, Flynn and Rapunzel took a boat on the lake and saw the floating lights. Rapunzel gave Flynn the crown as a gift because she believed in him, but he no longer wanted it. Flynn knew he had found his dream and he was meant to be with Rapunzel. Oh, here's the dancing part. Okay, now, just as they were about to kiss, oh, here's this part. Need to time my pictures a little better. And at last I see the light, and it's like the world is shifting. And at last I see the light, and it's like the sky, the something is new. Da, 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 and I forgot the rest of the words. Da, 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 da. Just as they were about to kiss, Flynn saw the Stabbingtons and went to give them the crown to be free of his life of crime. But the brothers caught him and tied him up. Then they moved to take Rapunzel away. Oh no. As Rapunzel ran, she tripped and fell. Then she heard a thump. Mother Gothel had knocked out the bandit brothers. She convinced Rapunzel that Flynn had betrayed her. Heartbroken, Rapunzel agreed to return with Mother Gothel to the tower. Both Rapunzel and Flynn had been tricked. Flynn awoke on a ship heading towards the king's guards, who arrested him on the spot. Meanwhile, Rapunzel lay in bed, gazing at the small kingdom flag in her hand, and then at her paintings. Suddenly, she realized the shocking truth. What's the shocking truth? Rapunzel confronted Mother Gothel. "I'm the lost princess," she declared. She knew Mother Gothel was wrong about the world and about Flynn. As Flynn struggled against the guards, the Stabbington brothers confessed that Mother Gothel had tricked them into helping her. Flynn realized he had to save Rapunzel and himself. Luckily, Maximus and the ruffians from earlier guided Flynn out of the castle. Flynn rushed to Rapunzel's tower. Tim, Tennessee Bear, hello, welcome in. Flynn pleaded, "Rapunzel, let down your hair." But Mother Gothel had tied up Rapunzel, and she struck Flynn when he climbed into the tower. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Rapunzel promised Mother Gothel she would stay with her if she could heal Flynn. She would sacrifice her freedom for true love. Rapunzel and Flynn were together for one last time. As she moved to heal him, Flynn cut Rapunzel's hair, which caused the magic in her hair to disappear. At the loss of Rapunzel's magic, Mother Gothel turned into an old woman and tumbled over the edge of the tower. With his last breath, Flynn told Rapunzel, "You are my new dream." And she told him, "You are mine." As Flynn fell quiet, Rapunzel cried over him. When a teardrop fell onto Flynn's cheek, the magic of her teardrop healed him. Rapunzel returned home to her true family and was able to be held by her mother and father. The queen pulled Flynn into the family hug, and Flynn felt for the first time that he had a home as well. With the lost princess returned, it was proved that dreams really do come true, no matter how big or small. Rapunzel finally saw the floating lights. Flynn found a true home, and the royal family was finally together again. Rapunzel led her kingdom gracefully, and she and Flynn, what? Lived happily ever after. And that is the end of our first story tonight. Disney's Tangled. I don't know. Didn't remember if I'd ever read that on the channel. It seems like I might have, but I think it's been a while. So, what a great story. I'm going to continue with our second story. Hope you enjoyed that. It is a great fairy tale, Stephanie. It is a great one. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. All right. Now, I have a couple of other Tangled themed stories, and the other one that I have seemed kind of familiar. So I decided to go with one that did not seem quite as familiar. I don't think I have read this one yet. So without further ado, here is our second story tonight. Rapunzel's Camp Out from Disney's Tangled. So here we go. Spring had finally arrived in Corona. The air was full of the sweet smell of flowers and the chirping of returning birds. All winter long, Rapunzel had been cooped up inside. She and her father had organized the royal ledgers. Right there. She and her mother had picked new pieces for the royal gallery. Ooh, sorry. And she had helped the kingdom's planners prepare for the summer festival. Now, as she made her way through the village, Rapunzel began to skip. She enjoyed being helpful, but with the weather turning warm, she wanted adventure. She was ready to get outside and do something exciting. I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. I wanted more than I can tell. Oh, wrong story. Wrong story. Mark Langenkamp, hello, welcome in. Yes, it was great to see you at Epcot. Rapunzel was turning a corner when she crashed into an older woman. Oh, she said, startled. I'm so very sorry. No need to apologize, the woman said with a smile. She was holding on to a small donkey hitched to a cart full of flowers. I've just arrived in the village. I'm not used to so much commotion. Rapunzel tilted her head. Do you not live here? She asked. The woman shook her head. I live wherever my feet take me, she explained. My roof is the stars, and my floor, the green grass. As Rapunzel watched the woman go on her way, she had an idea. Sorry. Sleeping under the stars sounded like just the sort of grand adventure she was looking for. Rapunzel couldn't wait to invite her friends and family. She was sure they would be as excited as she was. John Corndog, hello, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. There was just one problem. No one could go with her. Rapunzel's parents were busy planning a royal dinner. Have fun, dear, the queen said as she looked over the invitations. Be careful of wild animals, the king added, studying the ice sculptures the royal carver had created. Excuse me. Eugene was busy too. He was getting ready for a joust. Sorry, Rapunzel, he said. I need all the practice I can get. Eugene let out a shout as his horse spooked and jumped to the side, nearly tossing him to the ground. Regaining control, he added, "But be on the lookout for bears. I hear they're hungry this time of year." Oh my. Da 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 da. Oh, not that bear. Um, Rapunzel sighed. At least she had her trusty friend Pascal to keep her company. We'll have a good time, just the two of us, right? Pascal blinked his big brown eyes and flicked out his long tongue. Rapunzel took that as a yes. Come on, she said. Let's go get some food. Retired kinder teacher, hello, welcome in. Hello. Exactly, Stephanie. Rapunzel and Pascal headed to the royal kitchen to pack a basket of food. Rapunzel thought a bit of cheese, a loaf of bread, and some fruit would be just right. Just as she was reaching for the bread, the chef came in. Eager to help the princess, she insisted on packing the basket herself. By the time Rapunzel left the kitchen, she had two baskets overflowing with food she knew she would never eat. Next, Rapunzel went to pack a small bag. But when she got to her room, she found her mother's maid putting away the laundry. Before she knew it, Rapunzel had two small bags and a trunk full of dresses. But I'm just going for one night, she protested as the maid closed the trunk. I won't need any of these things. The maid just shook her head and ordered a valet, ooh la la, to take everything downstairs. Yeah, that is garlic. Finally, her cart loaded with bags, Rapunzel set off. We'd better get moving, Pascal, she told the chameleon. We need to find a place to set up camp before it gets dark. As Rapunzel drove the cart through the countryside, she swiveled her head left and right. At last she came upon a large patch of clear ground beside a stream. Branches from a large willow tree provided just enough shade, and the trunk was a good place to rest her back. It was perfect. Rapunzel wasted no time. She unhooked the horse from the wagon and then set about collecting firewood. In no time, she had a pile of branches. Rapunzel stacked the branches in a circle. Then, rubbing two pieces of wood together, she got a small fire going. It was just big enough to cook some food and keep her warm. Rapunzel looked at the baskets of food the chef had prepared. Then she reached into her bag, pulled out a net, and marched into the stream. Soon she had caught 3 fish for dinner. Rapunzel smiled. She was sure making dinner herself would be more satisfying than just eating what the chef had sent with her. Oh, it's actually funny she caught 3 fish for dinner because I had 3 pieces of salmon for my dinner. As the sun set, Rapunzel prepared her fish and cooked them over the fire. She had just taken her first bite when she heard a rustling noise behind her. Rapunzel jumped to her feet. Her father's warning echoed in her mind. She heard the noise again. Taking a deep breath, Rapunzel stepped away from the campfire. She stepped away from the fire. The sound grew louder. It was coming from behind a large bush. Very carefully, Rapunzel walked up to the bush and peered through the branches. Her eyes narrowed. Her nostrils flared. And then she burst out laughing. It was nothing but a small gray squirrel, except it's brown in the picture, but you get the idea. I think the author and the illustrator needed to talk. Anyway, it was just a squirrel. Now don't I feel silly? Rapunzel said to Pascal. Pascal nodded, and then he blinked 3 times. I know, Rapunzel answered. It was just a squirrel, but it could have been a bear. I need to be better prepared. Rapunzel knew just what to do. She grabbed a shovel and dug a large hole behind her camp. Then she covered it up with several green and brown dresses from her trunk. Next, she needed bait. Digging through the chef's baskets, she pulled out a slab of meat. Using her net, she tied the meat to a tree branch hanging above the hole. If any animal tried to grab the meat, it would fall into the hole. Feeling much better, Rapunzel went back to relaxing by the fire. Then she heard a thud and a loud groan. Something had fallen into her trap. Oh my goodness! What do you think was in the trap? Let me turn the page and we'll find out. Running over, Rapunzel prepared herself to find a bear. But to her surprise, she found Eugene. He lay at the bottom of the hole, covered in dirt. Eugene, what are you doing here? Rapunzel asked. I came to surprise you, Eugene answered. But I'm the one who got surprised. Laughing, Rapunzel helped Eugene out of the hole. Sorry, but you were the one who told me about the bears, she said, smiling. I should have known you would be fine on your own, Eugene said. Rapunzel nodded. I am, she agreed. But I'm glad you're here. A camping fun is always more fun when you have stories to share, and after today, I have plenty of those. And that is the end of our second story, our second and final story tonight. Um, yeah, Mark, have Pan will survive. Uh, oh, it was Smokey the Bear. Yeah. Three is a number that occurs in fairy tales, like three wishes in Aladdin, three little bears. That's true. That is very true. And three blind mice. Three blind mice. Three blind mice. Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all run after the farmer's wife who cut out their eyes with a something or other. Da, 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 da. I need to study the lyrics to my song, to the song that I'm trying to sing. Anyway, that is it for Once Upon a Turkey Leg tonight. Once Upon a Turkey Leg will return in 2 weeks, and I'm very, very excited. Oh, she cut off their tails with a carving knife because they were already blind. So okay. Anyway, Once Upon a Turkey Leg will be back in 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. It's going to be on the what is it? The 18th, Thursday. We'll be back on Thursday, the 18th of June, and it is going to be the halfway to Christmas edition. So it's going to look a little Christmassy in here. We're going to hear a couple of favorite Christmas stories to celebrate the halfway to Christmas. And then on the 20th, which is a Saturday, that Saturday will be the halfway to Christmas edition of the Turkey Legster Zone. So I'll be talking with a few guests, um, and we'll be talking about Christmas because it's halfway to Christmas. Tina McNeil, hello, 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 and hello to Chuck. I know you're listening. Hello, welcome in. Um, Story used to walk by. Oh, you were walking. Okay, wonderful. So look forward to that in a couple of weeks. Of course, tomorrow is um, the Turkey Legster Zone, 8 p.m. next Saturday as well. Monday, of course, Rooster Mode Activated. Um, and stay tuned. I don't have a Disney Day planned. I'm thinking I'm going to be going somewhere else to do my mobile stream somewhere during the week, probably Wednesday or Thursday. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to schedule that and I'll have the thumbnail up um, um, over the weekend. So, our Johns, hello Richard, welcome in. Welcome in, great to see you. And with that, guys, thank you so much for joining tonight, and hope to see you next time here on Once Upon a Turkey Leg or on another stream. So, thank you guys so much. Take care. Have a gobble-tastic night, and take care.